Am I wrong for refusing to pay my sister's bill and giving her information to the restaurant after she ditched me? This happened last night. My sister and her boyfriend recently moved to a town next to mine. I was excited as we'll be able to see more of each other now. Nearby, there's a downtown center that has a lot of shopping, restaurants, galleries, etc. There is one upscale restaurant that both my husband and I love. A dinner for two will run you about $200 to $250, so it's not a place we frequently go to. My sister called me last week and invited us out to dinner with them at the restaurant last night. I reminded her it was an upscale place and to take a look at the menu beforehand because they are pricey and we can go somewhere else, tons of other great places to choose from. She said they still wanted to go. We hadn't been there in a while, so we accepted. Dinner was great. At the end of the meal, my sister excuses herself to the bathroom, and when she doesn't come back relatively soon, her boyfriend goes to find her. After a while, neither of them comes back. We go to check for them and they are gone. I call and text her and she texts me back saying that they've left but thanks for dinner. It was just as amazing as you said it would be. I asked her what she meant but no response. I texted again asking if she really just stuck us with the bill and no response. I then texted that I never agreed to pay for them and that she had 30 minutes to come back to the restaurant or I'll give the restaurant all her information and they will likely involve the police. No response. At the 30-minute mark, I called and texted and got no response. So I stayed true to my word. I paid for mine and my husband's portion and gave all her information to the manager for their portion and then left. The next day, she called me back upset that she's been getting calls from the restaurant asking her to come pay or they'll contact the police. No shit, Sherlock. I said I'm not surprised since she skipped out on her bill. She said she thought I was paying the tab since I paid for our dinners in the past. I have paid for her and me only, and dinners where the total tab was $60 max. I said this was obviously different than all the other times we met for dinner. This was all four of us and at an upscale restaurant, and I was not paying the $450 tab and she had to cover her portion. I reminded her that she invited us out and chose the restaurant. I specifically asked if she wanted to go somewhere else, but she is the one who insisted on going to this restaurant. She then said she thought I'd just pay, but when I asked the waiter for separate checks, she realized I wasn't and left for the bathroom planning to ditch. I said that since the restaurant hadn't contacted the police yet, all she had to do was go in and pay and it would be settled. She didn't want to do that because it would be too embarrassing and asked me to cover it. I again said no and that she had to take care of it herself. Clearly, I will not be paying for anything ever again. Our family has now gotten involved and I am being pressured to just pay the bill. So am I wrong if I don't and let the restaurant call the police?
A boyfriend won't stop telling me I have BO. I've been with my boyfriend for over a year and everything has been great except for one thing. Every single day, at least once, he will tell me that I stink and smell of BO. When we met, I showered every day, applied regular deodorant in the morning, brushed my teeth 3 times a day. Now I am so paranoid about smelling bad that I shower at least twice a day. I apply new industrial strength deodorant every few hours, perfume, and I brush my teeth every time I eat or drink something that isn't water. I feel like I'm going crazy. I didn't think I smelled bad in the beginning, and I don't think I smell bad now. I've been to the doctor, and he has said there's nothing medically wrong. I'm getting so paranoid he won't cuddle or anything when he says I smell. I really don't know what more I can do.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife's family our secret about having an open marriage? I, 28 male, have been with my wife Rebecca, 29 female, for 4 years. Rebecca comes from a very religious family, and we have hidden a lot of aspects about our marriage. We've had some contact with them and only see them on holidays and special occasions like weddings and baby showers. One of the biggest things they disapproved of was us not having our wedding in a church. It was such a big deal that now we hide things about our marriage, like the fact that we're going to be child-free. One thing the family doesn't know about Rebecca and I is that we have an open marriage and have had an open relationship since we started dating. I met a girl at a bar and it was going great and I didn't notice anything strange. Well, today we went to Rebecca's sister's baby shower and when I got there, everyone was staring daggers at me. The whole thing was tense until we got to a slideshow on her sister showing pictures of the nursery and baby stuff. Well, in the slideshow, there was a picture of me and the girl at a bar. It wasn't an innocent photo and looking at it, everyone would think I was cheating. The whole family yelled at me, called me a cheater and said, "How dare I do this to Rebecca?" Rebecca stayed silent, so I told them that we're in an open marriage. They freaked out even more and we left. And now Rebecca is saying I betrayed her trust.
I was in Bloomingdale's today and happened to end up next to 2 teenage girls while shopping. One of the girls had picked out a pair of very expensive boots and they were fawning over them. The second girl must have looked at the price tag and asked the boots girl if she's really going to spend that much on boots. Girl with the boots said something along the lines of, "It's fine, I have my dad's credit card, I'm not paying." Which instantly caught my attention because that's not her card. I told my son multiple times he's never allowed to use my card, so I'm interested to see how this girl thinks she's gonna get away with fraud, but I had to split up from the girls at this point because they had found something else. We ended up at the same register, me behind, and I see her total hit well over 4 digits. The girl is about to swipe her card when I decide that I can't let her get away with something like this, and someone has to parent this kid if no one else will. I tell the cashier that isn't her card but her father's, and I'm not sure if she has permission. The girl and friend turn to glare at me, giving me possibly the dirtiest look I've ever seen. I swear this girl was going to throw a tantrum right there. I don't think she was ever told no. The girl tells the cashier that her father gave her the card to shop with because it's the store's credit card and he gives him points. Now that I've pointed out that it wasn't hers, the cashier tells her that she can't use that card. The girl tries to show the ID to prove that they have the same last name. Yeah, that'll help. And I tell her that it's still fraud. The girl said it's not fraud because she has permission and tells me to mind my own business. I tell her that it is my business, that she's doing something illegal and she needs to pay with her own card or I'll call the cops. The girl is pissed now and people are glaring at me. She uses her own card and leaves crying. The cashier looks mad at me and I tell my husband when I get home, only for him to agree that I was in the wrong. Am I the asshole for telling the cashier that it wasn't the girl's credit card?
Story time about how I caught my boyfriend cheating on me with my dad's girlfriend. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. My boyfriend and I had been together for 5 months. We met through Instagram, of course. Now my dad and his girlfriend have been together for 2 years. They have a really toxic relationship. He constantly tries to make him jealous, and my dad does not trust her at all. My dad has a lot of money and women always want to date him. I mean, he has options. He doesn't need to be with this woman. When they first moved in together, my dad had a Rolex and several $1,000s go missing. He also caught her snooping around his desk one time. She denied having stolen anything, and she threatened my dad to break up with him. Of course, my dad begged her to stay. My dad's girlfriend, let's call her Annie. Annie and I started going out together. She's 10 years older than me, so we got along pretty well. My dad would ask me to keep an eye on her every time we went out. But without fail, she would flirt with every single guy at the bar. But I didn't have the heart to tell my dad. Eventually, I met my future boyfriend and we hit it off right away because we both love Harry Potter. Of course, Annie wanted to go out with us all the time. One day, I come home early from school and I find them on the couch, doing very dirty things to each other. They were full on making out. I pulled out my phone and started recording. So I did. I knew that when I told my dad, she would deny it. So I wanted to have solid proof of this. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 months at this point. Can't say I knew him 100%, but I never expected him to cheat on me with my dad's girlfriend. Finally, my boyfriend goes to take off his shirt and sees me. He freaks out. He basically throws her off of him. She lands on the floor. That's when she starts laughing and says that they were just playing a joke on me. No you weren't. My boyfriend told her to shut up. He then straight up ran away from my house. He told me he never wanted to see me or my effed up family again. I'm the effed up one? When my dad got home, I showed him the video of his girlfriend making out with my boyfriend. My dad went up the stairs, packed her bags, and threw her out of the house. It was raining, by the way, and he took away her car keys because he had bought her a new Tesla. She sat in the rain with all of her bags. She kept denying that she cheated on him with my boyfriend, even though I had video proof of it. My dad ended up taking her back. She came back and begged him for forgiveness, and when he took her back, I just cried. It's as if she put a spell on my dad. He even gave her back the Tesla he bought her. Now that she's back in the house, I can't stand to see her. So my dad is getting me my own apartment. I love living with my dad, but I can't stand that woman. My apartment is so beautiful. I get tons of natural sunlight, and I have my friends over all the time. A little update on my ex. Remember he told me to never contact him again? He asked one of my friends for my address and they gave it to him. Yes, I was very angry at my friend, by the way. He showed up to my apartment and begged me for forgiveness. He told me that I was the best thing that ever happened to him and that he was really sorry. I asked him why he cheated on me with my dad's girlfriend, and he told me that she just has this thing, and that for some reason guys are just super attracted to her. I mean, I think this woman is a witch. He told me he couldn't control it. I'm actually considering giving him a second chance. I know I shouldn't, but I still like him. He bought me a Chanel bag and has been bringing me food every single day. I hate myself for wanting to take him back. What should I do?
Am I the asshole for keeping a lost pet until the owner paid the advertised reward? So this weekend I was walking through the park and I saw a cat that looked like one that I'd seen on posters that were posted around the neighborhood. They said there was a reward of $500 for finding their lost cat. So I caught the cat, which was pretty easy since he was friendly, and I checked a poster to see if it was him, and it was. I went home, put him on the back porch, and called the number on the poster to let them know that I found their cat. They were happy that I found him and said that they could come pick him up right away. I confirmed that there was a $500 reward, texted the guy a picture of the cat, and gave him my address. This is where the problem started. When he got to my house, I asked for the reward money before returning the cat. He said that there actually isn't a reward, and that he only advertised one to increase the chance that people would look for his cat. I told him that I wasn't going to give his cat back until he paid the promised reward, and that he shouldn't have posted one if he didn't want to pay one. He then got angry and threatened to call the cops if I wouldn't give him the cat. I said that he was welcome to, and that I would be happy to get things on record in case I had to take him to small claims court. He begrudgingly told me that he would be back later with the money. Later that night, he came by with the full $500. I gave him his cat, and that was the end of it. When I told my girlfriend about it, she thought that I should have just gave him the cat back, since it cost me nothing to catch him, and that everyone was having hard times right now. Some of my friends also think that the guy was probably desperate to get his pet back, and that it was kind of shitty for me to profit from a lost animal. I still think that if you post a reward, you should pay it. And then the guy probably just wanted to save $500 and get the benefit of advertising a reward without paying it. So, am I the arsehole?
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Please like and subscribe to see more great videos. See you again.